Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. A few things first. Had my follow-up appointment with the surgeon yesterday, and I will say when I left I wasn't happy. I was kind of in a shitty mood, to be honest. Thank God for my wife, because she says I'm not going to let you be in a bad mood. I got some bad news yesterday. I'm not going to get into that. I did get some good news though, and that's what I'm going to focus on. The good news was I can start using my arm and my hand a little more, anything up to 10 pounds. So that gives me a little bit more freedom to try and get some stuff done around here. And that's what we're going to do. And it's perfect timing because I got some things to show you guys. I'm not going to get into the bad news now. Number one, it gets me upset. And we'll get that in another video if it goes that route. But trying to stay positive. Thank God for my wife, because when I get in a crappy mood, she doesn't allow that. So, after the appointment yesterday, Robert Zucker from Zooks Welding called and said, hey, why don't you stop on over? I got some stuff done for you. So, these are the ROPS light brackets that he made. I'm going to try. You guys know, if you watch other videos, my wife's probably going to be the one snow plowing the driveway this winter. And with that awesome brush guard I have on the tractor, you can't see out the front of the tractor, and there's no white lights coming off the back. So these mount to your ROPS. He's got a couple bolt options there for you, and I'm excited to get those. So I got a pair of these. Also, when I was out there, he showed me these new bolt-on hooks he's got. These things are pretty heavy duty. You got to remember, the loader capacity on these L tractors that he's making these for is under 1,500 pounds. These are held on, I believe they're 4 grade 8 bolts with a backer plate, as you see there. I don't know what size bolts these are off the top of my head. They look a little bigger than 1/4 inch, but I could be wrong. I'll follow up with him. But I bought a set of these, nice blacked out. I actually might spray paint these orange, for the simple reason that when my bucket gets messed up, sometimes I like to touch it up, and these are going to get messed up, and that way everything's the same color. It's easier that way. So it comes with all the hardware, and I'm pretty excited to use these. And these are made for 3/8 G7 is what these hooks are. And man, if you guys have gotten anything from Zooks Welding, the welds on these are amazing as always. When you got a professional welder welding your stuff, you know it's going to be good. So I got a pair of those. Might put those on later. Excuse me, move that pallet out of the way, or milk crate. All right, so it's perfect timing because I picked the brackets up last night. I ran some errands today. Yeah, just errands I didn't want to have to run. But kiddo went with me. School was canceled today because of fog, so that was cool. But I remember ordering some things off of Amazon, but I don't know what everything is here. So we'll do a quick unboxing. One of these, I think, is the lights that I mounted, or that I ordered for these brackets, and we'll get into that. I don't know what the other stuff is. And real quick, I'm left-handed, but I only eat and write with my left hand. Everything else is right-handed. So I always carry like a tactical folder in my right pocket, and now that's not really possible. So if anybody has an idea, I've been looking at these kind of fixed blade scout carry knives I can hook on my belt and get them with my left hand. You guys let me know what you think, if you guys have anything like that. But not having a knife in my right front pocket has been driving me nuts, and it just doesn't feel right having one in my left pocket, because that's where I put some other stuff. So thank God for the cheap Harbor Freight utility knives. I have no idea what's in this package, so let's see what's in here. All right. Robert Zucker had ordered these Nylites. I see on Amazon they have amazing reviews. Here is a Nylite wiring harness. And this is supposed to be the one with 2 leads. I'm not an electrician. My dad does a great job on that stuff. I don't know what this is. Oh, this was some new little wallet I ordered. Kind of carbon fiber, goes in your front pocket. Since that accident, my back's been popping in and out, so I was told to get my wallet out of my back pocket. So we will go there. So throw this down here in the garbage. Next off, here's the Nylites. We'll save those for last. I don't know what else is in this one. Oh, this is the big one, you guys. I didn't notice this was my Amazon shopping cart. This must be my wife's Nutrice multi-highlight kit. Might edit this out, to be honest. I knew I didn't order all this stuff. And you can't have a garage workshop without at least a couple trusty steel chainsaws. All right, the Nylite kit. I have a 12-inch, I think it's 12 or 14-inch light bar on the front of my duck boat from Amazon, and I've beat the crap out of it. It's been in snow and ice. It's been on Lake Erie in some rough weather. Gets soaking wet, never had a problem with it. So here's the swivel mounts for these. So I thought these Nylites have amazing reviews on Amazon, and they would be they'd be worth a try on the tractor. Instead of going with the light bar in the front and the light bar in the back, I decided to go with 2 pods facing forward, and then have 2 pods facing back right now. And then that does leave me the option open if I do want to add like a light bar to the front or the back, whichever I need it more. We'll see how that goes. But pretty excited about these Nylites, and I can't wait to get these on the tractor. So, oh, here, this showed up for you. I thought it was something cool for my Amazon or my video, but it's your highlight kit.
Gracias.
But let me. I don't know what we're doing next, but let me get these out and look at them, and I want to see the brightness on these because I can't remember what they were in the description when I ordered them. All right, started raining, so we had to move inside. Over there's the bracket. Hook that on. It's kind of funny. I was standing on the ground holding the bracket up while the 6-year-old was standing on the seat holding onto the ROPS with the impact driving those nuts home. So good job for her. She's a hell of a helper lately. But like I said, these are the Nylites, and here's the bracket. I don't have anything wired yet. Oops, sorry about that light there. But ran one through the front hole. I did not use that middle cutout. Ran one through the back. I think this is going to give me about the right angle that I want. They still twist a little bit. I don't have them tightened up yet. But on the back here, ran both wires down through the back of that U-bolt bracket and right there, so I can wire those up. So sorry the lighting is not too good here in the garage, but at least you get an idea. And they do look pretty nice, kind of low profile. I know some other ones stick out a little bit, but these are still in line with the factory turn signals, and then obviously the tire that sticks out. So as long as I pay attention, I shouldn't knock them off. I was going to mount them on the inside of the ROPS, but I think I'm going to lose out on some light out to the sides of the tractor. So we'll see how this goes. If not, it's just those 2 nuts on that U-bolt, and we can flip it to the inside. So let me figure out where I'm going to run this power to, or from, I should say. Garage. Between the rain and some other things going on, started this on a Thursday. It's now Monday. This project took a lot longer than I wanted it to, not because of the project itself, but just things coming up. So my wife works from home all week, so when the weekend comes around, we try and get some things done. So this project just kind of sat here. And then I'm kind of working around my dad's schedule also. It's hard for me to do a lot of this stuff, and I know I just can't do it, so I don't try with the arm right now, being the way that is. But my dad just left here about 15 minutes ago. Some of the stuff I did myself, some of the stuff obviously I needed my dad's help for. And one thing that I thought was cool that I kind of figured out, and I'll show you when we get out there. The tractor's actually out there warming up right now. I'll go out and turn the lights on for you so you guys can take a peek at that. So Dad put the tractor out there before I left. I'm going to kind of piddle around in the garage tonight, if that's a word, piddle. I got the heater on in the garage, just a nice quiet Monday night. to try and get some things picked up. Every time I do a simple project like adding some lights to a tractor, I know I end up making a mess. So, but like I said, the tractor's out there warming up. A lot of guys, when they run these LED light bars or pods like I did, they cut into the dash of the tractor somewhere near the ignition switch or somewhere near the actual light switch on the tractor. I did something a little different. I plan on keeping this tractor for a long time, but I always think about resale. If I don't like these lights, what am I going to do? I actually cut a hole. The Kubota L series has the joystick on the right side, like most tractors, but it's surrounded by a black plastic shroud. I actually put my switch in that black plastic shroud just to the right of the ignition switch. So I didn't actually cut through the tractor dash or that panel at all. Probably would have been easier, but I thought, you know what, from when I did use this tractor a lot, when I was using it a lot, you know, I turn around to my right usually if I was doing stuff with the scraper blade or even with the brush hog. And a lot of times my left knee, when I scooch around, because I'm kind of a big guy, I'm 6'1", my knee would turn on like the 4 ways. So I thought, let me get that out of the way. So I actually put that switch in the side of that black plastic shroud, and I'll show you when we go out here in a minute. The tractor's out kind of in the lane, so I'm going to turn the lights off, turn it on, and show you. This thing is bright enough for me, having 4 of those Nylite pods. I know guys that are running twin 30-inch LED bars on it. I think that's a little bit overkill depending on what you're doing. We may have to go that route someday. Like I said, we haven't plowed snow with this tractor yet. But having 2 pods on each side, one facing forward, one facing back, it's really bright out there. So we'll show you how I did that. And then that's pretty much going to wrap this video up. I did not splice into the work light harness that's under the left fender. I thought about it. I cut the blue tape that's down there. And then I was like, you know what? With these lights here, with the switch up here kind of out of the way, I'll know if they're on or not because the switch lights up. Plus, I'll just, you know, they're bright pods right next to your head. I'll know. Somewhere down the line, I may want to add something else that runs off of that Kubota factory work light harness. I didn't want to mess with it now. So I ran the harness straight to the battery. It's fused. It's on a relay. Ran the switch up underneath the loader valve, and then ran my lights underneath the center hump cap, I can't talk tonight. The center hump on the 3301 and 3901, I believe they have that cover over the transmission between your feet. I don't believe the 2501 does. I could be mistaken because I don't own that tractor. Went right up through and then just zip tied right to the factory wiring harnesses. I used the wire protector loom. I think it came out really nice. So let's go out there, show you what it's like. It's cold out here. It's supposed to get down to 19 tonight. And I know my buddy David that we talk to a lot to each other. Met him through YouTube and Facebook. He's next state over in Pennsylvania. They're supposed to get somewhere between 10 and 20 inches of snow in the next couple days. So we'll be thinking of you guys. We're supposed to get a ½ inch. You know, I don't know if we can handle a ½ inch of snow, but we'll see. All right, guys, let's get out there. Tractor should be warmed up, and we'll show you how these lights turn out. I'm very impressed. All right, we're out here in the lane, away from the driveway lights. I'm sitting on the seat, and let's turn on these lights. Pretty nice. As you can see, pretty bright for just being 2 pods facing forward, and we'll get some other angles. But factory headlights are not even on. You can see down there a ways. I have them pointed down a little bit. I could straighten them out a little bit more to get down there, but these things are super bright. Yep, they do a great job. Let's get this set up and we'll show you what it looks like from behind. All right, that last shot is 30 feet from behind the tractor. You can see those are just 2 of those tiny pods. They light it up real nice. I wanted to get this project done because, like I said, we're getting close to Christmas. We're getting close to snow. My dad or my wife are probably going to be the ones doing the snow plowing out here. Just with the arm the way it is right now, I'm not going to be out here in the cold and messing with that stuff. Physical therapy is kind of starting to take a toll on my arm. And that's the last thing I'm going to be doing is be out here on a tractor. But this turned out great. I'm very happy with it. Like I said, those are just 2 of those Nylite pods pointing to the front, to the rear. If you looked in my other videos, this is actually an old independent manufacturing from Kansas. I believe that blade is 60 some years old. It was on an old 2N my grandpa bought for 600 bucks. Came with that and a disc. The other day it was really nice out and I was bored, so I had some spray bombs. Nice little one-arm project there. Painted that up a little bit. All right, guys, gonna wrap this up, show you how we ran this wiring and where we put that switch. So again, awesome brush guard made by Zooks Welding. Really appreciate that. Great guy. If you're not buying his stuff, you should be. You're supporting a great family and a hardworking man. But he made that for me. Added that pheasant. We really appreciate that. Robert's a fantastic guy. So we get in here to the battery. You'll see the red wire on the top there is the lead that we ran for this wiring harness. It is fused. The other fuse you see there with the black wire was from the dealer. That's for the third function. Like I said, this wiring harness we bought, it's like $19. We kind of cut it apart, but we did use all the pieces for the most part. That's the fuse. And then the relay, didn't know where to bolt it, so the relay zip tied it right there to that brace. It's out of the way, it's out of the weather. Should hold up just fine. Ran the harness down there with the green tape, so you can kind of see it. It runs down here. Like I said, that red wire is the hot for the third function. So we just followed that all the way back underneath there where the dealer had that going. Pull out of here real quick. Bring you over here. Here is the Kubota third function valve. The wiring on this wasn't ran the way I would have done it when the dealership put it on. When my arm's feeling a little better. Maybe in the spring we will reroute this and clean it up a little bit. I don't like how they ran the third function down and then under. I would have just ran it through that boot, but that's the way they did it. And for now, that's where I ran my wiring harness. The smooth wire is for my switch. Runs right up here and switches underneath here to the loader valve, and it nice out of the way. And we'll try and get a shot of that, and then we'll move it over. So that is the switch that we put in there. Kind of nice out of the way, but still accessible. Then from the switch, the wiring harness runs down here. You can see that black wire there runs over underneath that, and it runs underneath the left side of that transmission cover. There's 3 screws on this side, bolts actually, and there's 2 on the other side. That cover pops right off. It was a nice opportunity to clean around the hydro dip right there. And as you can see, there's already a factory loom that runs underneath there, and then I just added that one, that wire protector, and it runs back, and then it joins up to some of the factory wiring, gets zip tied in. Move you around over here. So zip tied there, go to the ROPS. I went to the inside of the ROPS, right up. A little bit of space there for when I do have to fold the ROPS to get in and out of the garage. And then finally, we have the 2 Nylites. The front one is turned out a tad, and the back one is pretty much straight down. And all I did is I reversed those brackets so I could get more angle out of the bottom one. And then we did the same thing on the other side. Don't mind the messy garage. Anytime my dad and I get working on a project, it gets dirty real quick. But same thing on that side, and it goes up. This was a fun project. Something that wasn't, I could get most of it done with limited use of my right hand. And it's kind of therapeutic for me. I'm tired of just sitting in the house if I can get out here and get something done, even though I'm not going to be operating a tractor anytime soon. If my wife or my dad plows snow, it'll be a lot nicer for them. Or even we keep an IBC tote of firewood in the garage. My wife can run out and grab that, no problem. But a lot of guys mount that switch right here, and my left knee always used to hit that when I'd be working on the tractor, especially with something hooked to the back. I'd kind of turn to my right and then, you know, kind of swivel my butt in the seat, my hips. My knee was always hitting that switch. So for some reason, I was looking around for a place to put the switch. Oops, sorry. And that looked like a good place right there. I used some calipers to get a rough idea of the size of the switch, and transfer that over to a piece of cardstock, drilled a hole, and then my dad had a triangle file, and we just filed it out the rest of the way. File slipped a few times, but kind of marred up that plastic. But if I ever get rid of that switch, I can buy that plastic piece a lot cheaper than what I can buy this cowling for, and I just like things to kind of keep looking neat. So that's what we did, guys. It was a fun project. Didn't take that long to actually do the project. As always, it was just finding the time to do it. And like I said on the brush guard, you guys give a shout out to Zooks Welding. Robert Zucker, great guy. These brackets are fantastic. And I didn't even use the middle one. So bright enough for me. If I would do anything, I'd probably add a 12-inch to the middle. And then I could turn these top ones out 90 degrees down the road when we get paths through the woods. But I don't think this tractor is going to get used that much at night to begin with. So that's how we did it, guys. Fun project. And now tomorrow I got something to do because I can clean the garage. Saw haul as usual. Amazing. But very happy with this 3901. I'm thinking next week we're supposed to get some snow. I might actually put some wax on it for once. It's got 140 hours on it since I bought it in March. It is now December. So it's been used. Try not to abuse it, but things do happen. So that's going to wrap this video up, guys. I appreciate it. Questions or comments, feel free to hit us up on Facebook or YouTube. Comments, email, pheasantlanefarm@gmail.com. As always, we appreciate you guys watching. It's almost Christmas time, so God bless everyone. Hope they have a safe holiday. I know a lot of people aren't going to be spending it with family as usual, which is a sad thing. But do what you can to keep yourself safe. Be safe, have fun, and we hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas.